Hello everyone. Today we are going to study about surface modeling in SolidWorks. So like usual we have to open the file and select the part. It's nearly like part, but you can do anything in surfacing. You can do any intricate shapes in surfacing. So there will be not much to explain in this surfacing part, but we will study the basics of surfacing, and we will have one example. So now you know that how to select the front plane and planes. So I will select the front plane, and we will just see the types of surfacing features. So I am drawing here a circle. So now we will extrude the circle. We will see how the circle extrudes in surfacing. So now we see that in part all of the circle gets extruded as a solid part, but here in surfacing only the boundary gets extruded. So here we can extrude up to desired length. So you know how to extrude and different types of extrudes. So see here, it is extruded. So now we will select another plane. We will draw here rectangle, and now we will extrude that surface. Okay, see here how the extruding surfaces looks like. So now we will clear the sketch. So now we will see how to revolve in surfacing. So we will sketch something. So this is center line. Suppose we draw any shape. So suppose we have drawn this shape, any shape. So now we will revolve this in surfacing. So this has got revolved. So now see how it has revolved, and it is a thick, not a thick but a closed. Now we will see lofted surface and swept surface. So we will first clear this. So now we will select the front plane first. We will draw something here. We will draw a circle. It is these features of surfacing are same as the part modeling. So I will not explain in deep. Just I will explain the unexplained parts. So now whenever you do the swifted loft or swift boss or loft, you should do the profile in another plane. Always remember that. So now I have selected this. So now we will swept surface, this sketch profile, and we will give the guide curve. See, now it has taken the guide curve. Like in part, if you do it in part, the full part will become solid, but now here in surfacing you can see that the middle portion is hollow. So I will show you what if you have to do the trim. Loft is same. You don't have to consider this part: field surface, free form, planar surface, offset surface, rule surface. You don't have to consider that because it is not used generally. Now we will see. First we will draw a circle. Okay, I will explain what is planar. So here you can see the planar surface. See this, the part gets closed. Now we will draw another circle, right intersecting to it. Okay, these two surfaces are selected. Now see, two circles intersect each other, but for now if I don't want this part, this half side of circle, what I have to do is trim the surface. So I will trim so here trim tool is this circle because I don't want this other part, and keep the this option, remove selections, and cancel out this option. So you can see that the other option is the other half is cancelled, trimmed. So you have to do this while trimming. So I will explain you how to thick the so now these are two parts, 1 and 2, but I have to make it one part. Instead of doing two parts, I will do it one part. So I have to select the knit surface, select these both and right click on them, but here is some problem: merge entities. So let's see how to thicken these parameters. So now select this and select this. So now see, it has become thick. You can see the thickness. And now this surface, now it has also become thick. So you can see how to give desired thickness to the parameters you want. So this was the basic features. You know how to do lofted surface and everything else, but I will show you how to loft the surface. We will take a reference plane. Okay, we will draw something here. So now we will do lofted surface. Select this one and select this one. See how it gets loft. In part modeling it will get full solid, but here in surfacing it will the center part will remain hollow. So this was the basic introduction to surfacing. Now we will see we will take one assignment. So the image is not so clear, but you can understand what it is. We have to draw a jug in surface modeling. So while starting from it, we will start from bottom. So here we can see the radius of the hollow part of jug. The curvature of jug is 175 mm, and we will give distances. Here you can see the distances and the radius. So we will start drawing it on front plane. So now front plane, draw a center line from these coordinates. The total height of jug is 280 mm. So we will draw the arc. So the distance of the end point of the arc is 54 mm from the center line. So we will give that dimension here. It's 54 and it's 175. So you can see here. And now we will go to the next part. This line is tangent to this curvature, and the distance is 65 mm to the distance is 70 mm. So you can see, take a line, draw it, and give the dimension 70 mm. So draw a circle here, half circle. Now you can see that. And now just give the dimensions of this to this, 65 mm. Okay, it's done. Make this and this vertical, this and this horizontal. Okay. This radius of this arc is 7.5. We can see that all parts are constrained, all the entities are constrained now. So we will move on to the next part. Here the radius of this arc is 220 mm. So we will first draw that. We will give the dimension 220 mm. Okay, now it's done. And there's another arc. So we will make this tangent. Now we can see here one line is there, straight line. So we will draw one straight line here. Here we can see that the height of the jug is 280 mm from the bottom to this top. So I will give that dimension here, 280. Now we will give the other dimensions. Just extend this middle line, center line up to the top. So we will first give this 65 mm, this 65, now this to this point 50, done. Now this to this point is 20, so now 20 is given. And this to this point is 50. So now make this vertical. So now see, all the parts are now constrained, so we just have to revolve it. So now see, half of the jug is ready, you can see here. So we will take the front plane. We have to move to this handle part, so you can see draw a center line. These 1, 2, 3, these three lines must be perpendicular to each other. We have seen that the angle between these two lines is 70 degree. Length of this line is 120. Now we will see the height of this point. It's 30 degree from 30 mm from this, and it is 100 mm from the middle of the jug. We'll give the dimensions here. So it's 100 mm and 30 mm from this. And the fillet is of 25. I will give the fillet here 1, 2 and done. So it's done here, and now we will select the swept surface, construct a circular profile of 12 mm and select this profile here. Okay, so the surface is done, but you can see here it's going inside the jug, so we have to cancel out these two ends. So select the trim surface, select this trimming tool and remove these selections. So now see here, the selections are removed. So now we will move to the last part. There is a small beak here, beak of jug, so we are seeing it right here. So construct a reference plane. To 80 mm. Okay, So sketch here. Draw a center line. Construct these two lines. Give fillet here of 5 mm, sorry 7.5 mm. See here, sorry 7 mm. Done. Here of 5 mm. The distance is 90 mm. Make this edge and this edge tangent, and make this edge and this edge coincident. First we have to give this angle 35 mm. Now we will make this coincident. So you can see here the sketch is done. Now we'll move on to the next part. Just hide this. We will go to the right plane. Or we can go to the front plane. So we have to draw a line here. This angle between these two is 25 degree. Just make this and this pierce. So now see, you can see it is pierced. So exit, and we have to do just swept surface. Select this profile and give the guide curve this. So now you can see that it is made, but we have to just trim it. Trim surface, trimming tool is this. So now again it remains here. So now see, The jug is ready. Jug is fully ready. So now we have to just give it the thickness, desired thickness. We will give the thickness 2 mm. So now we can see that we have made our jug. So we will give it a appearance. Else we'll make this yellow, blue, and give this handle a yellow color. So we can see that our jug is ready, same as this. Thank you.